Ah, you. Alright, just a replay of a race earlier, which qualifying was absolutely terrible. I fucked that up badly. Well, I spent too much time practicing, didn't realise that the qualifying had already started, so I was still in the practice server. I wondered why it went quiet and no one else was in there. So, the 10-minute qualifying was already 5 minutes in by the time I got in. And I fueled the car light, but that didn't give me enough fuel for 2 qualifying laps. So I ended up starting 36th. Even though I was 8 tenths. Ooh, there was a crash there, I remember that. Even though I was 8 tenths up on my second run, I ran out of fuel just round about here. Yeah, right that corner there it was. Which was a bummer. Another one crashed there. That's a freebie. So we just thought I'd stream it as a live replay. The Aston Martin was a bit of a pick to pass. Aston Martin's got some serious acceleration. But what I did do was I turned off traction control completely. I'm not running any traction control at all. ABS, I turned the ABS up to 11, so maximum ABS, no traction control. Aston Martin's going to fight it on the outside, but this is where I box him in. He wants to come down in between me and the Porsche, but nah, sorry, I'm not giving you that gap. If you want it, you're going to have to go to the inside, but he drops back now and loses out. But in a straight line, the M4 is ridiculously fast. I mean, the practicing I'd done, the times I was putting out in practice would have put me in the top 5. So, could have had quite a good race if I'd have been in the top 5. I'm pretty sure I pit from P11. Let's put the telemetry stuff on, which shows you my acceleration and braking and turning. I'm in P22 now, that's there, the P position is there. 22. That's just the number they give me. The 46 on the side of the car there. Yeah. P22. Already on lap 2. So I think 3 cars had to pit off the start because they got a drive through, so they instantly pitted at the start, which means they're pitting twice because they're pitting for the drive through penalty and then they've got to pit for fuel because the car is never going to go the full distance. 35-minute race on the fuel load. So it's a definite one stop. I'll put some new tyres on if you want, but I'll put new tyres on. They'll take longer in the pits, so you're better off just sticking with the tyres you got. I mean, it could be worth putting a new set of fronts on, but I didn't bother. Just stuck with the tyres that I had. I think when I pitted, I'm sure I pitted on... It was P11 when I pitted. Then I came out in 16th and still worked my way up to 8th. 8th, I think it was? Yeah, 8th. We'll see. We'll let it run its course. The Ferrari's not making any inroads, but I know I'm catching the Mustang in front. The gap is closing rapidly. The thing is, with the traction control off, there's a lot. If you can manage that throttle input, especially out of the corners, you can manage it yourself rather than the traction control managing it. You're going to get a lot more acceleration out of the corners and a lot more straight line speed. So then I'm catching him now, the Mustang. On lap 3 I'm up to caught P21. He's going to run wide a bit here, so that I'm flashing my lights just to intimidate him, just to make him make those mistakes. There's nothing more annoying than having headlights flashing in your mirrors, because that is catching your eyesight, and you can see it. And that's I'm flashing again. That's slightly off-putting, that can be, as the driver being flashed. Another Mustang off there, he's lost it, so that's another freebie. So we're up at the P21 now. So now I'm chasing P20. So we've both got a freebie there. I'm going to get him now, I'm going to get him into the hairpin, outbrake him. Is it this? No, I don't, that's right, not this lap, because there's already another BMW coming out of the pits. Yeah, I remember now, I had to back out of that pass. Didn't run the BMW out of space there, he ran himself out of space. The other one. I left him plenty of room to stay on the track, and he decided to go wide. I'm guessing he's going in for repairs. That looked like one of the ones that crashed earlier on lap 1. There's 2 the same as that crashed together. How am I doing? I am good. Oh, you're gone. Then the Mustang has lost it on his own accord. So now I'm gonna steam off after this red BMW in front of me. So I'm up in a P20 now. P20? No, P19 actually. P19. P2. I've already another freebie. Someone off there. Send it to P18. Already. You can see how much I've closed in on the red BMW. Lining him up for the pass down the straight. He knows us coming, he's going to try and defend the inside line, which he does do, but I believe he brakes a lot earlier than me. He does, he's already started braking. I've braked a lot later. Go in front. I'm past him. I'm already pulling away. Seems to be some crashing going on in the background there as well. In the distance. So yeah, now I'm gonna start pulling away and making inroads on the other BMW in front. I'm noticing a lot of people using the BMW at the moment. It does have a lot of straight line speed, but it does handle nice as well, I think, out of all of the cars. He's lost it a little bit there. That's given me the opportunity to sneak past him. He snatched another place there. Actually, I'm not sure if he was a back marker. I might have been lapping him. Another one fell off here. Gets out of everybody's way. Saw us all coming. And he's overdone it. He was flashing me, but you overdid it, didn't you, mate? You just lost the back end there and overdid it. Where are we at now? Well, this is lap 6. Lap 6, and I'm up into P15 already. Lap 6, so quite a few places. How about we get on board? There's a little bit of fighting going up in front here. Let's get rid of that graphic. There's a lot of fighting going up in front here. Cars, a series of cars very close together. Mustang getting a little squirrely behind, but we're closing the gap to this bunch of cars in front now because they're all fighting with each other. So, and I think there might be one or two back markers in there which are slowing things up a little bit. So you can see we're already catching the Porsche. So I think the Porsche was a car that's being lapped. So I'm about to lap him anyway. or try. He's not, you know, he doesn't want to concede that position, even though I'm flashing him to let him know I'm coming through now. So he does concede on that occasion. But he didn't want to, as I remember. Other cars, there must just be, yeah, so the Mustang got past the Porsche eventually though. But yeah, I'm catching the others quite quickly now. Yeah, there it is. The Porsche is first one to be, I'm going to pass, and then there's an Aston. I think the Aston Martin, being the Aston Martin, this particular Aston Martin, we have a bit of a Porsche's driving all off track all over the curbs there. Shouldn't be too long now before we catch the back of the Porsche and dispatch of him quite quickly. Yeah, the gap is closed now, so we've gone from, so we're P14 now, so we've gone from P36 to P14 in 8 laps. I think it's lap 10 or 11 I'm going to pit. So lap 10 or 11 I'm going to pit. The Porsche is now about to we get him now? Come if I outbrake him now. It's just late. Yeah, it is late. He concedes. He bottled. I was so late, such a late move there, but he did not try to defend the inside line at all, so I think he tried to squeeze me a little bit, but didn't work for him, and he just tried to come back here, but the Porsche is just not keeping with the BMW at all. Now the Aston Martin, this Aston Martin was a bit of a chore to pass. We had a good battle actually, I think, for one lap. Did try to the switcheroo on him, but we were side by side and I did have to back out. I thought better of it because the next lap I'm going to pit anyway, so I think the McLaren gets gobbled up here by both of us at some point. I remember he makes a mistake, the McLaren, and then we catch him quite quickly, but the Aston is definitely a hard charger. Closed way up on the Aston now. Giving him a little flash, letting him know I'm there, intimidating him. A couple of cars going into the pits. So yeah, this is where, yeah, it's just the beginning of our battle. He's not giving up not like the Porsche did. The Porsche gave up, so now it's a nice, good clean bit of racing, side by side. But because he forced me to take tighter, he's managed to get the legs on the exit, and now he's gonna got the inside of this tight corner. But I try the switch back on him. Tried to switch it back, but suddenly realised, oh no, I'm going to be on the outside at the next one, and you don't want to be there. So I just backed out on that corner. I'm just going to follow him now because this is my pit stop now. Oh, let's not throw it away on the pit stop lap. So we're P11. We're P11 on lap 10, P11. Mustang in the background goes wide. But we're going to let the Aston Martin go. And I certainly don't want to, because I wasn't sure if he was going to be pitting as well with it being halfway point. Or 10 laps in, I didn't know if he was going to be going into the pits, so I didn't want to be beside him, and we're both trying to get into the pits at the same time. So just place myself behind him and then cut to the pits now. Give me a little flash to intimidate him again, then duck to the pits down to 60k. And the pit limiter on. Now this is pit stop. You might see something here because in this game there's no ghosting in the pits, so you cannot drive through each other's cars like you can in ACC or some of the other games. You've literally, if you pull out in front of someone, chances are you're going to hit them. So you might see a stop here. I didn't quite get my stop right, but it moves it, so now I've got to wait for that. It's not going to see it. Oh, when I played this back earlier, it did it from a rearward view. I could see. Ah, there. Let's see if I just go back a little bit. Right, so that's me coming in the pits. Yeah, so here I stop here. So here, watch this BMW here. He's up on the jacks now. These two are, you're not going to get side by side. He crashed straight into this car here, this BMW, and now he's had to go, and then it slides him into his pit box. So yeah, hey ho. So when we come back out now, we're in P19, so P19, P20 actually. So Porsche and Mega Tag, probably my fault that. Trying to stick it on the inside, keep it there on the inside tight without impeding him on the exit of the pits. To be fair, I was trying to keep the position and force him to go a bit wide, but I think maybe he was expecting me to back out, which is probably what I should have done. But it didn't cost too much. I'll give him a flash to say thanks for that, mate. But yeah, so lap 11 now. It's a 17 lap race, so we've got 6 laps to get P20 to get back up to 8th position, which is where I finished in 8th position. So we'll turn this off now and just get rid of the graphics and go back to the race. So the Porsche's not going to last too long. He's stuck there too long in front of me. I've got to dispatch of him quite quickly because the Ferrari is trying to get past as well. had to back out there because I didn't feel like he was gonna. The Ferrari's gonna have a little look, but force him to tighten up, and that's not happening, is it, fella? He lost that. Ferrari's going to have another look again, but I've already got past the Porsche. The Porsche tries to turn into me at the corner. But it didn't work out for him. I think the Ferrari is going to try and make a move here, but it's not coming off, is it? Or I don't think he slides off somewhere as well. He's having another look up the inside. No, not happening. Not letting you have that. Now he's going to try for that side. So my tyres would have cooled down going in the pits, so I had to work to get them back up to temperature again, and the brakes, everything goes cold when you go in the pits, because you're there for a little bit longer than what is normally a Formula 1 car stop, because you're taking on fuel as well as torque. Well, you're not changing tyres, but you're taking on fuel. And yeah, there's the Ferrari losing it as it goes off in the background. It's going to happen when you're over trying. So we're now chasing down the red BMW. I'm not sure if this is one I passed earlier and he's been in the pits for his fuel stop, but he's already in front of me. Again, which if he is, well done. I've put a bit more fuel in. I did 10 laps to start and then 10 laps to finish because I wasn't sure how long the race actually was. I thought it would be about 17 laps, but I wasn't sure, 100% sure. Noticing that the BMW is not, the other one anyway, the one in front of me, the red one, it's not particularly stable under braking. He's squirreling around a little bit, not very stable, which is going to be costing him time because I'm lap after lap I'm closing him down, and we've got a bit of a gaggle of cars in front as well now catching him up. So there's a good few overtakes coming on here. One's peeled off into the pits, so that's one less car I have to pass. But there's a few there on the line. Another one now coming out of the pits as well. So now we've closed up onto the back of this red BMW. when he brakes, he seems very wobbly when he brakes. Almost like I wonder if he's got damage somewhere, but doesn't look like it. So a couple of cars going wide here. They all seem to. So those will take those freebies. Not sure if the Porsche there might have been being lapped, and the others have gone wide because of it or something. I don't know. Anyway, we're lining up the BMW now. Ferrari going for the move behind. So we need to get past this red BMW too sharp, because if not, we're going to have a rearview mirror full of Ferrari, and we don't want that. Yes, the BMW had a little bit of a slip there. Lost a little bit too early on the power, perhaps on the exit. Lost traction. He's going to try and do the switchback here, but I'm defending the middle of the track. He's trying to decide whether to or whether not to. He does try, but we go side by side. I'm not going to yield. I'm going to fight it. I'm giving him plenty of room on the exit, and he's lost out there. And we've got the McLaren we're catching. He's going to try again, but he's really wobbly under braking. That's cost him that, because now he's got the Ferrari all over him. I've got the traction out of that corner into this next series of corners, and I'm already beginning to leave him behind. Because now he's got a mirror full of Ferrari, and the Ferrari is going to go for it. They touch, the Ferrari spins into the wall. So Ferrari came off worse there, but certainly was enough to push the BMW back away from there. So now we're catching the McLaren. The McLaren is going to try for a move up the inside on the Mustang there, but it's not happening because there's not enough space. So we do get past the McLaren before the Mustang. The McLaren doesn't get a chance to get past the Mustang here. I'm going to take the McLaren. Going to force him to go wide. He's forcing me to take the tighter line, but the BMW just has, it's just those extra legs in a straight line. McLaren is starting to lose out, and I'm edging in front of him now, as I remember. Later on at the brakes as well. Tucked in tight into the apex so he can't sneak up on the switchback, and away we go. Getting away now, and now I need to get the Mustang, but I think whilst the Mustang is a bit slower than me, the McLaren's trying to have another look up the inside there, but not happening. You just haven't got the legs, and he's gone a bit wide there. Here, the Mustang, I think I hit the Mustang here. I thought he's seen me coming. He hasn't seen me coming. I've hit him, and absolutely my fault. I did apologise to him, and if he does watch this, I apologise again. I can't remember what his name is now. But, and then the McLaren, a little bit of contact with him there. Well, it's nothing bad that time. Robin's racing. But the Mustang, yeah, that was my bad totally. Pushed him wide. But we are, I do believe, was that the last lap? Lap 16. Oh, a little squirrely moment there for me. So there's one more lap. I'm in P9 now. One more lap. P9. So do I get this other Mustang or does somebody else fall off the track somewhere? Maybe someone else falls off, but I definitely get P8. Closing in the Mustang. I think I am. I can't remember if I pass him or not. I think he might make a mistake and I get past. He's moved out of the way, actually, and let me through. Oh, he might have been a back marker, to be fair. And he's getting blue flag, maybe. So, this is the last lap. He's 17 and I am P8. Oh no, he did just move out of the way. How ridiculous. He just moved out of the way and let me through. So he wasn't a back marker. So there we're going to cross the line in P8 from P36. After suffering a bad qualifying session with one pit stop, lap 10, started with 10 laps of fuel, came in on lap 10, or at the end of lap 10, got fuel. Probably went for a bit too much fuel. They put 10 laps back in the tank. I should have probably knocked it down to 8 maybe. But McLaren's not catching us now. We're pulling away from McLaren. Despite his best efforts, we're now going to cross the line. Bring it home in 8th place. And there we have it. That's the end. That's the end. Indeed, let's just see that. Yep, P8. Yeah. Well, that's the end of that. I don't think we get to see the scoreboard. No, the scoreboard, there isn't one, is there? Not in replay. So, yep, that's the end.